it's a surprise, surprise. Now, we have plenty of cameras here in the studio, so I'm now looking for someone who's been on camera before. Hands up, anyone here who's been filmed by a TV crew ever? Hands up, hands up. OK, if a guy in front with the glasses. Yes, you. When were you filmed by a camera crew?
When?
Yeah.
A few weeks back.
OK, and what was that about?
About a series you're doing on something about modern families.
Well, do you know what, Phil?
Oh, no.
I know all about your family history. Come and join me and bring Lynn with you. Come on. Hello. Come and take a seat down here. Well, Phil and Lynn, welcome to the show. It's really, really lovely to meet you. Now, Lynn, tell me about your dad.
Well, I love my father, all the world, and I just wanted to do a nice surprise for Father's Day. He's just a really special person, and I want something nice to happen for him.
Something good for your dad?
Yeah.
OK, well, Phil recently discovered he has a whole new family in America that he knew nothing about. Phil's story is a jigsaw puzzle with pieces on either side of the Atlantic. So, to put it together, we spoke to Phil and his long-lost sister, Bonnie, in Florida to find out more.
I was born at the end of the Second World War in London in October '45. I suppose I am a war baby, yeah. As a child brought up in London, there was a hell of a lot of bomb sites about. Money was always tight. But I just remember the good times, you know.
My name is Bonnie Bowman. It was Bonnie Tuscany. My dad was a staff sergeant. He was stationed in London. He was there for 4 years. My dad came home to New York in 1945, and I was born in '46. We lived there for only a couple of years, and then he decided to come down to South Florida to live, where he could fish, and he wanted to farm. He loved the land. He loved to grow things.
I took up fishing when I was a nipper. I used to come to Wales, and I'd spend the whole 6 weeks on the school holidays, you know, down on the farm with my uncles and my grandfather.
He kept it very much inside, my dad. He didn't talk about the war a lot. He felt it was a part of his life that, you know, he was afraid to speak of.
When I was 16, I made a discovery that changed my life, really. I was led to believe that my father was dead, my biological father. He was killed in the Second World War.
One Thanksgiving when we were all together, we decided Dad was in his 90s. We needed to find out more. We wanted more of his life. He started to tell us a story that really changed our entire lives when we heard it. The first thing he said was, I met a woman when I was in London that I fell in love with. And you might have another brother or sister that lives over there. Well, that was like a total shock.
My daughter Lynn goes to visit my mother. She started talking about my biological father, that he was an American. She met him in the war, and that I was the result of that relationship.
Well, my dad got up and went into his room. He came back with this little box, and in it he took out this picture of this woman. He said, I met her. Her name was Marion. I said, Dad, she must have meant an awful lot to you. And he said, yes, I loved her. I loved her.
My mother just went into her bedroom and come out with this photograph of her and my real father. His name was Robert Tuscany, and that she loved him very much.
All those years just between themselves, just to know that she was over there and her knowing that he was over here, and they could never speak again and never be together.
Lynn went straight onto the computer and found out that he had died about 18 months beforehand.
My brother Robert got an email from Lynn, and she sent Robert a picture, and it was a picture of her grandmother with my dad together, and he's wearing his Eisenhower jacket, and we looked at that picture, and it was amazing. I think my dad would have loved Philip immediately. There would have been no doubt in his mind. My father would have loved it.
But I was really upset that he died only 18 months ago. So I would have loved to have met him, you know. But there you are. Can't change his past, can you?
Well, Phil, you okay?
Yeah.
How are you feeling after seeing that?
It's a bit taken back, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You miss seeing your biological father by just months.
That's the upsetting part about it, really. I'm 70 years old this October, and I've gone all these years not, you know... I would have loved to have met him,
Yeah, I
but
know.
there you are. You can't change it.
Well, although you never got to meet your father, you can get to know him now. We've put together the life of your dad, Robert Toscani, with the help of your siblings.
My dad's name was Robert Joseph Toscani, but everybody called him Bobby.
He's got the same legs as me.
Oh, you guys
Same
have
legs.
great
Not the same legs.
I used to say he was movie star handsome because he was a very handsome man. He definitely looked a little bit like Dean Martin. He was Italian, he had that beautiful olive skin. He really was a person that everybody loved. He was so easygoing, and if you needed something, he was there for you. But look how tan. I mean, Dad was always
Isn't
so
that you,
dark.
Bonnie?
That's me. Who did
You
you
got
think?
blonde hair.
Yeah.
Our dad was a great farmer. He could grow anything. It was the best tomatoes in the world. He would grow cucumbers inside of jars and stuff to show people, look, I can even grow them inside of a jar. He grew a watermelon inside of a 5-gallon water bucket one time. He always had a smile. To the day he passed away, he was still laughing and goofing around.
He would have these little inexpensive glasses. On the glasses is this tag sticking up. And I said, Dad, you need to take the tag off. And he goes, I can't find him if I take the tag off. I mean, those are the kind of little things that didn't bother him, you know.
This is the Lake Worth Pier in Lake Worth, Florida. My dad used to love coming fishing out here. You can see how beautiful it is, the color of the water. It's like a tropical paradise, and he loved the solitude out here. Even if he didn't catch anything, he loved being out here. This was like my dad's car. I can remember jumping in the front seat when I was a little kid. I sat on his lap and drove around the neighborhood. You spend a lot of time in your car, you know? I mean, we traveled to the beaches and travel out to the farms, and yeah, it brings back memories. Yeah, it brings back a lot of memories.
From Dad being in the war, we still have his Eisenhower jacket that we treasure. I remember that jacket, and I look at pictures of him in that jacket. It makes me remember him so well. It's just a treasure.
He did have a beautiful smile. He had beautiful teeth.
I think it's wonderful that Philip will be able to see this. I hope that he can see that we were good people, and his father was a good man. I miss him every day. I talk to him. I know that he is, he's always going to be in my heart.
I can't imagine how that feels to
Normally,
see that for the first time. You've never
Yeah.
seen moving footage of your father, have you, like that?
No, never. No. It brings a lot to me. Thank you very much.
Phil, your new family on the other side of the world must be so important to you now.
Yeah, all my family's important to me.
Yeah.
You know, the family over here, and of course, they mean a lot to me now as well.
And
So-
have you got any plans to meet up with them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're organising to go next June.
Do you know what? I think we can bring that day forward a little bit. You never got to meet your dad, but you don't have to wait a moment longer to meet your brothers and your sister. Please welcome all the way from America, Robert, David and Bonnie, the Toscanis. Oh my goodness me! Oh, this is the first family. Let me take that. Let me take that. Hang on, this has got to be the first family photo. Yes! How does this feel? I can't even imagine what this must be like to be sat here.
Amazing. It's a dream come true.
Tis.
It's absolutely fabulous.
And how does it feel to meet your brother?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, look at these two guys. I mean, that's it. They're both, they look like twins.
Bonnie, you've got something a bit special to give to Phil, haven't you?
Before Dad passed away, he gave us his dog tags from the war. And we wanted you to have one to keep so that we share this as our family together because we love you.
I love you too. I love the three of you.
So
And all
we'll
the
keep
family.
these, one for you and one for us, so we're never really apart.
What do you think your father would say if he, looking down and saw you all here together?
I think he would be so happy that we got together. I think it was a dream come true, and I know our dad would be very, very happy.
And Lynn, is it everything you wanted it to be?
Yeah, definitely. My father deserves this.
The perfect Father's Day present.
It
I
is,
think.
yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm going to leave you all to get to know each other and spend some proper quality time together. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Phil, Lynn, and the Toscanis. Thank you. Well, that's all we've got time for tonight. If you know someone who deserves the prize, then please get in touch. Log on to itv.com/surprise for more details. We'll see you next week. Good